Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Okay, I'm here with your Sunday service. We have the camera down. I know the layout that I'm going to use with these cards. We're using the Journey of Love, messages from your angels, and the ancient Italian tarot. Okay, we have a cup of coffee at hand. Also, I have my shadow. My shadow's following me everywhere. Okay. Right, let me give these cards a shuffle. I'm going to lay out 5 cards. I was actually going to start with the Journey of Love cards, but looks like we're working backwards. Okay, 5 cards from the ancient Italian tarot, please. Okay, the cards have got heavy all of a sudden. It's like they don't want to talk. They just want to remain in the shadows. You just want to be your shadow. No, you don't. Okay. I'm not meant to be using that word. No, don't, and not. Okay. You want to be in the light. That's better. So you don't want to be in the shadows, but you find yourself in the shadows. What do you want? I want to be in the light. Okay. I want to look at the bottom of that. Messages from your angels. 5 cards, please. Pretty, please. Oh, there's a scratch down this card. It looks like it reminds me of the strings from a bow, from a violin. Okay, that's what it reminds me of. Okay. We was talking about a bow yesterday, as in, I think it was yesterday, I said the divine had given the divine feminine the bow. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see them lines there at the top, just here? I'm going to put it down. It looks like thin, wispy. Wow, that's really like, someone's given that. I don't know, that's been engraved. Okay, something in my eye. It's like fine, wispy hair. Could be unicorn hair. So it's kind of like what your magic wand is made up of. What's inside? Unicorn hair. Okay. 4. 1 more. 5. Got a runway there. Okay. We should look at the bottom of that deck as well. Let's get to the Journey of Love. I'm sure it will all make sense when we have a look at the cards. Okay, bottoms of the deck. Journey of Love. Just for a moment, joy. Looks like all that wispy white hair. Come on over to your chest. Unicorn. light. Okay. It's been coiled up, curled up. Just for a moment, joy. Relief, release. Messages from your angels. Sonia, I bring you a message from your deceased loved one. I am happy, at peace, and I love you very much. Please don't worry about me. So something's been coiled up here. Okay. There's a need for a release and freedom. There's a message from, interesting, when it says I bring you a message from your deceased loved one. And I feel like unicorns. We're going to talk about unicorns, guys. Because that's what I'm taken to, is the hair here. The hair. The hair and the unicorn. Okay, what's that story about? So we have someone who's bringing a message from a deceased loved one. Okay. It's like open up and let them through. I feel like they want to work through you, this deceased loved one. Okay, but you've got to believe in magic. Do you believe in magic? Let's look at the bottom of the ancient Italian tarot. 6 of Pentacles. Okay. Now, if we have a look at the Justice card, the Justice card has the scales, and it's a divine order. When we have the Justice card, it's a major arcana. It's when the divine steps in. 6 of Pentacles, it is about bringing order, but you have to do it yourself. It's a blending of the physical and the spiritual realm. I'm feeling that maybe you're needing a Celtic cross reading. I can see the cross there in the middle. Okay. It's like it's a double Celtic cross. So I'm feeling the energy of what you're going through, someone else is going through the same. I did feel it was a divine counterpart. Like you want a dual Celtic cross. I don't know whether or not. Maybe I could do that tomorrow. I was just planning on doing this reading today. But if I'm drawn to come on, then maybe I'll do a dual Celtic cross. It might have something to do with the reading that I did do. The last Celtic cross reading that came out with the double tower. Okay. Oh, yes, it was my eldest daughter. I said about how I was out in the garden, hanging out the washing. I feel like sing a song with sixpence now. Okay, check out the words to that. I said to her about coming on, an impromptu reading, like I'm being prompted to come on to help. And I said, the double tower come up. And she went to me, well, that's just twin towers, isn't it? I said, yes, it is. Okay. Yes, it is. So maybe a deceased loved one's trying to bring you a message through about what's going on the other side of your divine counterpart relationship. Just for a moment, joy. Okay. So just for a moment, tap into joy, and joy is the divine feminine's energy. Bring in the balance here. Let's have a look at the journey of love, because I want to actually channel the pictures. Heaven. So, sweet soul rising. Guardian of the soul family. Sensual awakening. And heart of God. For heaven and sweet soul rising, you're on the same kind of colour spectrum. This is just for a moment, joy. The divine feminine, it's very much about your energy. But you're drawing heaven down to earth, which means there's no separation. You should understand that your ancestors are right there. There's no separation. Just because you can't see them, they're there. Okay. I'm feeling as if, divine feminine, you're actually ascending to draw down the ancestors, the guardians. Because there's definitely this energy of guardians watching over this connection and wanting to, for both of you to be in the know, but they want you to be in the know how. Okay. Currently, I'm actually rubbing my temple and my eyebrows as if, well, help is required. Guardian of the soul family. This guardian will bring you the message that the person you're inquiring about is happy, at peace, and loves you very much, and you're not to worry about them. Heart of God. There's a sensual awakening occurring here, and I'm feeling it's actually awakening the masculine's sensual touch. Okay. Combining of the fingers here. It's like they don't want to separate. Come on. Right, let's have a look at these cards. We should delve in a bit more here. Okay. Messages from your angels. It says no, conditions aren't favourable right now. Wait or look into other options and ask the angels to help, guide and comfort you. So knowing that the conditions, you're feeling as if the conditions, it's not the right timing at the moment. Okay. It feels like you're wanting it to be the right timing. No, conditions aren't favourable right now. Wait or look into other options. So, waiting. Okay. I feel like you've had enough of the waiting game. So the other options are to ask your angels to help, guide and comfort you. Okay. So we turn to our ancestors here. This is about what you're desiring. Desiree. Feels like you're on in a desert. Okay. You're on a desert. You're in a desert. Maybe you're stepping onto the desert to see if there's anything in the horizon coming. Any sign? Any sign of what? I feel like it's any sign of the masculine. Are they coming? What are the other options? Okay. So really tapping into the other side. Just through that veil. Okay, sweet soul rising. It's a good time to give birth to new ideas and situations in your life. I am watching over you, guiding you and protecting you during these changes. I feel like you're being prepared, Divine Feminine. So whatever you're being prompted to do, whether this is a new idea, it's a good time to give birth to these new ideas. So it's visualizing the possible, guys, what it is that you're desiring, because you're actually being prepared here and comforted. This is the nesting stage. Okay, you're building your nest now, so conditions aren't favourable. Look into other options. So this is about you actually nesting, preparing to give birth. They're telling you not to worry. Okay, feels like you may feel alone during this this birthing. I feel it's the birthing of new earth. Let's carry on. When you take excellent care of yourself, everybody benefits. Give yourself a relaxing treat today, such as a massage, sea salt bath, or pedicure. So you are most definitely a pedicure. Cure. I don't know how that came out then. It sounded a bit wrong in my mind. A pedicure. Stop being so cruel on yourself. Okay, you really need to. It feels like the energy of a bit of hopelessness. Okay, it might be worthwhile going back and checking out the actual spring ascension reading, because it was all about the divine feminine this season becoming more gentler, becoming the divine feminine through and through. Okay, a true divine feminine. You need to take it easy on yourself. That's what you're being told. It says to make your decision, ask yourself, which way brings me closer to my divine purpose and which way takes me away from it? Okay. So anytime you're feeling indecisive about what to do, You need to ask yourself, which way brings me closer to my divine purpose? Which way takes me further away from it? Well, it doesn't say further away from it, not further. Which way takes me away from it? Negative thinking, thinking that the divine doesn't actually have this situation in hand, that stuff's going to take you away, really, from materialising your divine life purpose. Okay. Love, love, love. This is a very feminine, masculine card here. As if the energy you're feeling as if you have to do it all alone, and you're not alone. And it's like you're not to worry about the divine masculine. It could be the divine masculine's actually worrying about you. And you know that you've got this divine feminine. Okay. Then we have Grace and Antoinette. To help heal this situation, see the other person's point of view with compassion. This is the energy of actually the feminines as a collective, understanding what each other has gone through, are going through, still going through, and to it's to help keep the faith. Okay. So to help heal this situation, see the other person's point of view with compassion, and also you don't really want your divine masculine to view you as being in this sorry state. He likes it when you're happy. Let's have a look at these tarot cards. There's the Fool, who's about to take a leap of faith. Okay, so it looks like he's actually ready. Are you ready, Divine Feminine? You're just about to give birth. He's got his bag packed. Okay, dog's excited. It's like he's waiting to feel the vibe. Okay. So it's like you've got that vibe, but what kind of vibe are you emitting at the moment, admitting to yourself? Do you need to pick yourself up a bit? Okay. 0 points. There's the legacy. Okay. It's like you're going to be allocated your wand. Will it contain a phoenix hair? A unicorn hair? Phoenix good. Phoenix hair's good, isn't it? Sweet soul rising. Rise from the ashes. There's the legacy. Okay. She feels like a very masculine energy here. They're at centre. That there, inside the shape of that coin, it took me to a 20 pence piece. 20 pence a piece. It says 50 on here though. Regno di Italia, Centesimi, 50. Centesimi. So if I was connecting to someone on the other side, okay, there's a strong chance it's going to be the girl's dad. And it's like, Centesimi, and his name was Simon. He's been sent to see me. I feel like your ancestors are coming to give you a telling off. Okay, if you need it. It's not a telling off. It's a pick-me-up. You've asked for it. Okay, because seeing as this is 0 point with the Fool here, and then inside of the circle, okay, the centre, 10 of Cups. That's it. Just waiting for, I'm waiting for it's like the deal to be sealed with this cup. Sealed with a kiss. Okay. There's something dripping from this. Or falling. That top cup, have a look. Can you see? That's actually on the card. It's not like a stain. Interesting. Okay. Not sure what to make of that. I felt a bit like the tears had dried out, like the cup had run out of juice. 10 of Cups. It's one cup that's run out of juice, which will be your own cup of love, how you're taking care of you. Take care of yourself for your divine masculine. That's the best thing that you can do. And trust that he can take care of himself. You're going to have to trust that at some point for this to work. Trust that they know what they're doing and that they can take care of themselves. Are you capable of taking care of yourself? Because that's the best thing that you could do for each other, is take care of you. Okay, 10 of Cups. Feel you're all dried out now. So once you pick yourself up, then all these cups will be, you'll be able to replenish all your cups. You put a block. You just put a block on your emotions, it feels. Okay. It's like a numbness. 3 of Swords, heartbreak. Set yourself free from this, the entrapment, and then you'll be able to resurrect. Okay. Judgment. Yeah, the day's coming. Okay. When this day arrives, we need to be ready to go on to New Earth, the world card. We finish this phase of the life cycle of enlightenment. Okay. We'll get us there, to get us not into heaven, to be able to draw heaven down to earth. So we're at this phase here. That's what we're doing. Okay. Judgment Day is approaching. Looks like the divine masculine energy is ready. Divine feminine, just you've got to stop feeling sorry for yourself. There's nothing to feel sorry about. You should understand and know what strings are being pulled behind the scenes to assist you. Let's have a look at the heaven meaning. It's the last page, of course. I'm just going to read the poem. So we have heaven with really conditions aren't favourable for your desire. Says who? Okay. No, conditions aren't favourable right now. Wait or look into other options and ask the angels to help guide you. Well, there's a masculine here who's going to be taking a leap of faith. So who says that conditions aren't favourable? All the time you tell yourself that, whether you're masculine, feminine, whoever's resonating with this, then so it is. Conditions are not favourable. You have to believe at some point, at 0 point, the conditions are going to be perfect. So let's read about heaven. The sky ablaze with morning light on silver wings of birds in flight. In gratitude, a tear released. I feel that's this tear here. Show gratitude for what is there's a lot of work going on behind the scenes, and it's not that they're saying that you're coming across as being ungrateful, but they are bringing to you what it is that you actually do truly desire. Okay. In gratitude, a tear released, a knowingness embraced at peace. She speaks to those that gaze below, ancestral wings which call my soul, to open hearts and soar above. In awe, the winds await this love. On silver wings of birds in flight, and also I've caught like the wispiness of the silver here on this card. I know you can't really see it. It's around here. Oh, would have actually put it into the screen, wouldn't it? Can you see it? It says it's a good time to give birth to new ideas and situations in your life. I'm watching over you, guiding you and protecting you during these changes. So in silver wings, on silver wings, in silver wings, on silver wings of birds in flight, in gratitude a tear released, a knowingness embraced at peace. She speaks to those that gaze below, ancestral wings which call my soul. To open hearts and soar above, in awe the winds await this love. I just missed the first line, which was the sky ablaze with morning light. Okay. Morning has broken. Oh, come on, it is our Sunday service. Like the first morning, blackbird has spoken. I'll sing a song sixpence. I'm going now. Okay, thank you for the reminder. So before we go to Sweet Soul Rising, we have to go to Sing a Song of Sixpence. Most definitely, seeing as this is sixpence. I said about Megan mentioning the Twin Towers. Okay. Sing a Song of Sixpence. And I was pegging out the washing, so I want to know more. Okay. Let's check out these lyrics. Lyrics. Sing a song of sixpence. Let's have a drink. Have a drink. Better? Yes. Okay. Sing a song of sixpence. A pocket full of rye. 4 and 20 blackbirds. We saw the 20p piece here. 4 and 20 blackbirds baked in a pie. Oh, they could be inside a pie, couldn't they? That's like my birthday cake I've got. Well, it's a smasher cake. I believe it's all chocolate. I can hear things inside, like all goodies. I've not smashed it yet. I have nibbled the sweets on the top, though. Very nice. Reese's Pieces. Very nice. Okay. So 4 and 20 blackbirds baked in a pie. When the pie was opened, the birds began to sing. Oh, I don't know what's in there yet. Okay. I was thinking about saving it for the board meeting, and I'll smash it there. Okay. When the pie was opened, the birds began to sing. Wasn't that a dainty dish to set before the king? The king was in the counting house, counting out his money. The queen was in the parlour, eating bread and honey. The maid was in the garden. That was me. Doing my chores, on duty. The maid was in the garden, hanging out the clothes. Along came a blackbird and snipped off her nose. Sing a song of sixpence, a pocket full of rye, 4 and 20 blackbirds baked in a pie. When the pie was opened, the birds began to sing. Wasn't that a dainty dish to set before the king? Music mash. Snipped off my nose? Well, I wasn't in the house eating bread and honey. I did have parsnips with honey last night. If you'd like to know, parsnips. Okay, snipping off the nose. Let's have a look at Sweet Soul Rising and the poem. So it's a good time to give birth to new ideas, situations in your life. I am watching over you, guiding you and protecting you during these changes. You're being directed, Divine Feminine. Now this could be the Divine Masculine's direction, under the Divine's direction, trying to perk you up. Okay. Let's read about Sweet Soul Rising. Let's hold it up. When innocence, it says with innocence. Come now, let's pull ourselves together. With innocence I share my heart, a smile expressing with a tear, sweet words and feelings that impart everything that I hold dear. Okay. you are definitely going in the right direction, being guided by whoever, does it matter? It's angelic. And it's quite lovely because you're holding within you is everything that you both hold dear. That's why it's so important for you to take care of you. Okay. The promise of a blossom high, the air is bathed in fragrant scent. To reach the sun you have to fly. Desire wells with love that's meant. So, desire. You're both desiring the same thing, and one of you is losing hope. And it's like the other one's saying, no, don't lose hope now. It's all going to plan. To wait for heaven's, interesting. The card before, to wait for heaven's soft embrace, a fruit so firm and succulent, God's promise must remain so chaste, while passion's glow is slowly spent. Such patience born, with times in sight, my soul doth burn in embers light, and savours fresh and moist and ripe, the gift of love when it is right. That day's coming. Judgment Day's coming, guys. Okay. I was feeling the energy of the heart of God here. We're burning in the embers. I believe that's what it said. So to wait for heaven's soft embrace, and this is what you're calling upon, Divine Feminine. God's promise must remain so chaste, while passion's glow is slowly spent. And I did feel with the changing of the colours here, this is a calling for the masculine, not as in CALLING. It's like they've had their calling. They're waiting to cool down, COOL. They're going through the calling process. Okay. Such patience born with times in sight, you have been so patient, and the Divine Masculine and the Divine are very aware of this. But patience is a virtue. It's worth the wait, guys. Such patience born with times in sight, my soul doth burn in embers light, and savours fresh and moist and ripe, the gift of love when it is right. It's time to give birth to this notion that everything is always working out for you. And it's all to do with the legacy here. This is the offering from the Divine. So let's have a look at this guardian of the soul family. 26. Guardian of the soul family, taking care of each other through taking care of yourself. It's like the biggest respect that you could ever show someone is a minute's silence. Try it. 2 minutes, even better. Okay. So we have Bethany here. When you take excellent care of yourself, everybody benefits. Give yourself a relaxing treat today, such as a massage, sea salt bath, or pedicure, because you're not alone. Okay. But you need to feel it and believe it. When I open my heart, you cover me with a blanket of love and warm the silence with your caress. Words unspoken say it all. As we become more, then we are alone. 10 of Cups. Allow yourself to be comforted and soothed. And I'm feeling it's the Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine's energy. The masculine could well be within this energy and kind of given up all hope. Let's hope not. No hope in that. Okay. We've all just thrown in the towel. It's like the Divine's thrown in the towel now. It's like, go and take a bath. Go and relax. Let's have a look at this sensual awakening here. You're craving contact. You're craving touch. Physical touch. And it's awakening. 64, if you allow it to. Not the way that you're anticipating it to occur. This is the Divine's way. So, Vanessa, to make your decision, ask yourself which way brings me closer to my divine purpose and which way takes me away from it. Got the Three of Swords, which is heartache, getting over this. Sensual awakening, a bit scary to allow this energy back in. Okay, I'm feeling, because you're feeling it's destructive. Okay, so there's a bit of an avoidance to go there, to go into the temple, your temple, and allow yourself to really feel. It starts off here. I dare not touch my heart's desire that sings a melody so still and lights within a yearning fire, a void that you alone can fill. You're going there though. You've both got to go there and feel this. There is a desire that only the other one can feel within you, a void. So I dare not touch my heart's desire that sings a melody so still and lights within a yearning fire, a void that you alone can fill. I cannot say how my heart aches, nor speak the words as embers burn. Such blessings come to those who wait, a love that asks nought in return. An open soul a risk must bear, to love without restrictions held, to reach another level rare, where two embraced as one are meld. To taste surrender's nectar sweet, by piercing through the veil so thin, and bathe in joy as tears release, a promised dance begins again. How beautiful. You're knowing, Divine Feminine, you have to go there. Your soul wants to go there. It wants to be caressed and touched and loved and adored and cherished. And you're viewing that you're kind of tired of just taking care of yourself. And you're not doing this alone. You are being taken care of. So Grace and Antoinette, to help heal this situation, see the other person's point of view with compassion. I'm feeling very much there's a strong yearning that the actual the masculine that's awakening within them. A rude awakening? Wow. It's a big call out here. Let's read about the heart of God. Card number 9. When souls are touched with love sublime and hearts unleash the wonder found, a promise made somewhere in time of words that speak without a sound. In gratitude, we transcend space and bless the gifts we now can keep, of thoughts caress in soft embrace and eyes allowed in joy to weep. The moment's song that we compose will leave this life with no regret and carry forth what we impose to chart again a course once set. For what we have is ours to own, each breath a step we measure sweet. Together now we wait alone and walk in peace, our hearts complete. You'll have me crying soon. Just for a moment, joy. We're going to read the whole of this message. 46. What we feel and express, what we choose at any given time, is our offering to the divine cosmic matrix. It germinates and is reflected back to us as manifestation in this material reality. Can you choose to gentle your heart, to let it be open to light and to life, even if just for a moment? If you are in the midst of darkness or deep suffering, can you find even for just a moment the joy of existence underneath it. It is a wild ride, this life. Every time you open your arms in yes, the universe responds in kind. Just pop that down. What's that underneath? Heart of the moment. This oracle brings you a message. In this moment, the heart of the moment. Excuse me. This oracle brings you a message. In this moment, trust that there is joy waiting to be felt and found, no matter how hard that may be to believe right now. Let go of your attachment to the apparent problems at hand as much as you can, and you will be allowing yourself to let the divine take over and sort out what needs to happen here. There is help awaiting your invitation always. Why not let it in and let joy in too? You are being offered divine support to live a less guarded existence, to dissemble yourself a little or a lot and let your true nature, which is joy, bubble to the surface without rhyme or reason other than just because it lives. Okay. Poem? Poem. Love is magic. Like a balmy breeze on a winter night, it feels so good, you want it to last forever. And love is magic because we make it so, by opening to the pleasure of being alive and sharing the joy we feel. And when we're not looking, the night may warm again. Beautiful message. Should we leave with a roomie? Let's leave with a roomie, guys. That's the way, I like it, that's the way, I like it. Ooh. Okay. There's a message. Perfect, guys. I surge on the uprising wave of love. Of course you do. Card number 5. Transitional number. You're going through it, that's for sure. My life can be summed up in 3 accounts. I was raw, I was cooked, and I was burned. Rumi. Look at how it comes in with the sensual awakening here. I just felt it was all this swirling. I surge on the uprising wave of love. No gravity can stop me from rising. The moon pulls the tide of life towards her, and my soul in oneness with all of life answers her call. The wave of love consumes me, and upwards I fly, flying through water to greet her shining body. Led by my heart, my wits are addled, and my mind becomes a blurry mess, and so I feel instead. Feel the truth of her love, and the divine reflection she shines back at me from her radiant heart. Now, I picked up earlier on in the week about planetary movements with the earth plates. Okay. It says greater forces of planetary movements affect us all. We experience day and night through the interplay of the earth, sun, and moon. This is a profound and obvious effect. The movements of the cosmos affect us deeply, body and soul. Some movements are perhaps less obvious in form, but are just as great, if not more so, in effect upon our spiritual growth and life experiences. You're going through a cycle, or very soon will be, by which you will be moved by forces greater than your own personal will. This is a karmic period, a time during which the movements of greater planetary bodies will have an impact upon the earth and humanity. This is the way of things, greater cycles affecting smaller ones. The smaller ones are not less important, but they do have to bow to the power of the great, in oneness with the magnificent unfolding divinity that is life itself. What we always have at our disposal is choice as to how we respond to these affecting movements and cycles. The effect of this karmic cycle now unfolding in your life is to bring you into sweet surrender and awakening into greater love. What a delicious divine destiny. However, even if we sense at one level that a shift has a positive end in store for us, we can encounter resistance and fear, born of the ego, in response to the stirring of spiritual uprising. We may quake in our holy body and wonder if everything is getting out of control and into some disorder. We will be right in our sense of imminent chaos. The disorder, however, is the ego perspective because its range of vision is too small, too limited to comprehend the greater workings of the planetary systems that move life towards love. That is as it should be. The teacup is not made to hold the ocean, just actually a cup of tea. But if we begin to imagine that the cup of tea is preferable to the ocean, simply because it is more containable, how much we miss out on. And how terrifying when we are actually thrown into the ocean and moved by it. Its sheer power, its wild force, and its passionate dance with the Moon Mother might have us fearing that we most certainly will die. Yet the only thing that is dying here and now is your grasp, your attempts at control. Why? Because your heart is more powerful than your fear, and it wants to live in total trust and surrender of the unfoldment of life's genius. It wants to let life happen to it. What a wise intention that is. Why seek to impose a smaller and less interesting story upon life when the great master storyteller is weaving a fantastic tale of great love, great adventure, and sublime spiritual success? No, it is wiser, wilder, and more fun to surf the great wave of consciousness seeking to overtake you now. Dive in, beloved. Surge with it. You are being given a gift of grace in this oracle. The promise that you won't drown and that you will, in fact, be given a glimpse of your own divinity should you choose to accept whatever will be offered to you. Don't try to swim against the tide of your own life journey. Go with it. The divine is there waiting for you, orchestrating waves upon which you may reach the heavenly shore. Yes, the divine is there waiting for you, waiting on a picnic blanket of fabric of the heavens with a sacred feast of earthly bounty, just now being unpacked in your honour. Get yourself into that ocean and ride those waves to your sacred date with the divine right now, sweet beloved. Surf's up. This oracle comes with a message for you. There are changes happening, and they will be out of your control. This is because you are ready for accelerated life change. Rather than paddling, you'll be caught up in a wave and moved farther, faster. Let yourself surge. Let yourself surge on with the energy of what is happening, leading with your heart and just going with whatever unfolds. This will bring you the best fortune and open you up to the divine destiny that is your birthright this lifetime. Really powerful message here, guys. We will do the sacred honouring ritual. It's very short, so here we go. Placing your hands on your heart, say the following. The grace of life touches my heart and I am courageous. I surge, I rise, I meet the divine beloved in every twist and turn. I journey home on the wave of love and I graciously accept the hand of my divine beloved, guiding me now through love, mercy and grace. So be it. Close your eyes and focus on your heart. If you wish, you may like to intend to connect to a feeling of love for your heart, wise guide that it is. When you feel you are done, you have completed your honouring ritual. That's just a beautiful message today, guys. Okay, have yourself a fantastic Sunday, and I will catch up with you soon. Take care. Much love. Bye for now. We are going.